This is so bleeding awkward. I know that taking care of Winter is my... Oh, shit, this is her. Oh my god, are we switching characters? If we're switching characters, I'm just... Oh, I have the hair voice. I know that taking care of Winter is my responsibility, but, well, I can't. It's past 12 o'clock and I still haven't gotten brazen enough to wake her. I meant to drop the ball with the simplest tasks. Make sure she eats breakfast. She came back so desperate yesterday, I have no idea how to strike up a conversation with her now. I want to cheer her up, obviously, but I just... Okay, first of all, I don't even know about it that well. We've only been living together for a few weeks. Sure, we've been friendly, but I wouldn't say we're friends yet. Still as a roommate, I feel like I should at least try to make her feel better. Man, maybe that would just make it me seem like an asshole. Like, oh, don't sweat the small stuff, Winter. Just one world lost. There's plenty of those. It's a fantastic situation we have here. Room whatever number it is. I'm totally not equipped to understand how she's feeling. I'm not qualified to pester her. I'm not able to even get what happened to her. How does all the world's air just burn away? The demon summoning and crazy undone seal? Curse and abomination from a distant space? That'd be worth seeing. Someone's at the door. Maybe this will force me into action. I'll walk over, prepared to answer. This is Northerner. Pretty as usual and handsome all the same. Crossing his arms and putting on a serious face, he addresses me. I don't... So, was that episode 1? Is there more to this? I can't tell! Hey, yo, Waverly! What's up? Amir's pose. Hey, yo! Heard B was on the man. Gotta give a hug. Oh, that's great, but I'm not letting you in yet. He stutters and puffy. Alright, you know what? If she's not talking, I'm just gonna fucking do it in my normal voice, because I don't want to fucking do this shit in her voice. He stutters in puffy disbelief, as if what I just said was the most preposterous thing. Why not? I think you might want to hug her. I think you might want to hug more. I think you want to. Yeah. I think you might want that hug more than her. Oh, that's ridiculous. He draws out a slow fake punch. I must make it past you. Therefore, I challenge you to a duel, Waverly, and the reward will be a 10-second hug from you. I bring up my own arm in the same mock attack. Oh, getting it from her or giving it to her? Oh, I'd give it to her. Oh, but I need longer than 10 seconds, girl. Extend a finger from my fist. I pointed him. No. Stop right there. His lips tremble for a few seconds, but he prevents a smile. Winner hugs you. Agreed. Fine, but you will lose this game. He rolls up his sleeves and offers me his hands. Thumbwall. Let's dance the dance of combat. Linking hands, we both raise our thumbs and stare intently at the battle zone. I like this so much. We just went from a planet being murdered to super happy music. It's wonderful. Linking hands, we both raise our thumbs and stare intently at the battle zone. Ayo. 2, 3. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. We pass our thumbs over one another if we speak at the rhyme. When we finish, we clash. We struggle for a few seconds before Io speaks. Yo, this is so dumb. I think it was a good idea of getting the point across. A weird, otherworldly kids game where two opposing forces battle to the death. A great metaphor of the philosophy of some systems. Yeah, sure. But what's wrong here? If I had this much fun fighting a war, I'd be worried about myself. Well, I wouldn't say the strikes aren't quite as high here. Do you think they'd give us more rhymes for the other concepts? If you see a loaded gun, you better fucking run. People hate. People hate. It's what they call discriminate. He laughs and our thumb game continues. Playfully, neither of us tries very hard. So you hear about Winter? Yeah. Me and they're eager to accept the title of promising. We're called to an emergency meeting last night. It was like 2 in the morning. He looks up at me. Cyrus showed up. I also look up. Wait, really? So what happened? You don't know? I look back at our thumbs. Well, I only sort of know. Yo, Cyrus killed a country's leader, and that leader ordered something called a nuke to be launched in another country after his death. The thing could basically wipe out a city. I whistle. And nuke, you see, is short for nuclear weapon. He says it quite hauntily. Oh my, the education you folks receive dazzle me. Please do try to keep your language simple so that I may understand. I feel like I can I can feel him smile at this. He replies jokingly. Yeah, sorry. I'll try. So how'd this thing wipe out an entire city, wipe out the whole planet's population? Well, you see, there's actually one special type strong enough to do that. I admit it, I didn't know about it. The true fusion bomb, a bomb that makes stars when it blows up. I think, I don't know, I'm kind of talking out of my ass. But basically, star on a planet equals bad. Everyone died. Huh? What did Cyrus have to say about this? Nothing. He stood there while the other media just explained the situation and told us we should be paragons of our peers. Like, we're supposed to be mature about it and not joke about it? Which is pretty damn presumptuous if you ask me. No one's not gonna be a dick about that. I guess some kids aren't just gonna understand how serious it is, though. The world is committing suicide with a weapon we've never heard of. It's almost comically insane. If you told me about this before the teachers did, I'd call bullshit. Anyways, let's finish this game. I'm getting tired of holding you. Oh, really? I can't hold your hand anymore? Come on. Maneuvering my thumb with what I call some real impressive dexterity. I pin him down for the count. No. After a few seconds, we disengage. Oh, damn it. He scowls and massages his thumb. Well, it's your win, I guess. But I've won the warmth of your hand in the palm of my own. Oh, fairest Waverly, I will cherish it forever. Shut up. Has we been asleep this whole time? How long has she been out? Not like a life for something like 14 hours. He whistles long. Well, I suppose not all humans are as durable as me. Yes, we're all not northern strong. He beams and points to me with both hands. Oh, he beams. Yes? Oh, you said it. Closing his eyes, he puffs out his chest and puts his hands on his hips. We're born and bred badasses, made tough by the tundra and the snowdrift. Don't you forget. Never, comrade. But, yeah, I can't leave him to hug her. Not with those powerful arms of yours. Standing at ease, he answers me smoothly. I'd be soft about it, ma'am. I'd make sure she'd get more out of it than I would. Hey, watch yourself. Smiles. Touch your lass. Hey, it's fine if I can. I love you dearly, and I love to comfort her, but I understand if the little tyke needs some rest after all that went down. Well, yeah, she probably does. Alright. Good call, Waverly. Don't tell me you haven't even checked and all yet. I turned my eyes away. What does he expect? Am I just meant to shake her awake and ask how you're feeling? Didn't even make sure she's in a fever, Waverly. Oh, right. That's not a bad idea, that. I will throw you out of there if you are not responsible enough to take care of her. You make it sound so easy. We barely know each other. Then go and get to it. It will all be easy. And it will be easy. And I kind of despise the guy for his overpositive attitude. Easier said than done means nothing to him. Are you going to leave, or do I have to shove this thing in your face or something? Al quickly shakes his head and holds up his hands. Whoa, girl, this piece is priceless. Don't damage it. You say things like that, and I only want to hurt it more. He plays it flinching and backs away. I'm out. Just say hello to Beau for me. And tell her that I hope she feels better soon. Fine, girly. He sucks his teeth and cuts his eyes at me, pouting afterwards. Later, Waverly. Later. As he walks off and moves close to the door before I'm able to get through, Io calls for me again. Are you gonna use the hug you won? Of course not. Laughing, he turns down another hallway. I close the door and rest my back against it. Lastly, I sigh. I was right. I should at least check if she has a fever. Can't tell if she's in comfort or not. But she's very asleep, judging by that dark stain on her pillowcase. Alright, I guess it'd be embarrassing for me to wake her up with me standing here, so I'll just touch her forehead and softly and quick. No fever, I think. I brush away some of her hair. She was sweating quite a bit, looks like. Although now she is almost like a little cold. Well, I'd better wake her up now. I lightly poke her cheeks, which garners no response. You make this hard for me, eh? You cute little thing? Fine. I slowly pinch her cheek, but she doesn't budge, I start to tug. Once I do that, she twitches, and I understand the signal for me to retreat from her bedside. Moving swiftly, I return to my desk and pick up my books so that I can pretend I was reading. I mean, I was reading around 20 minutes ago, but... she's gotten up. Ugh, what time is it? Well, look who decided to wake up! Late. You've been sleeping since 10 last night. Whoa, I actually feel like I've been sleeping from there. She's transformed into a mumbled mess as she begins to nod. Come on, Winter. You're doing so well. You still need to eat breakfast. Or, well, lunch at this point. My bad. Breakfast. Yeah. She drops back down to her bed and I can feel her gaze on my back. Sorry. I slept past it, didn't I? Man, don't apologize to me. I could have easily woken you up. Oh, yeah, it's lunch now. Which is what I meant to say. Anyway, when do you want to go get something to eat? Right now? I'll help. I'm honestly too bleh feeling right now to get up, let alone stand up or walk. Or eat. Yeah, I see. How are you, Waverly? Fine. You? Blair Waverly. Please pay attention. Well, your mind seems alright. Oh, trust me, it's not. I feel so slow. But you practically quipped just now. It's good stuff. Yeah. I hear her turn over. Don't tell me you're gonna go back to sleep. No. Then what are you gonna do? What are you doing getting comfy? Am I not allowed to have comfort in my own room? You're going to fall asleep. No, I won't. That response was measured slow. I don't think you're telling the truth. I won't, Waverly. Ooh, maybe I should read some lines from this book. That'd keep your attention. Waverly, please, don't. I turned to an old page. Ahem. Eleanor pressed her silver-lipped finger against his skin and hissed a single question. Winter groaned loudly and mumbled something I can't hear. Did you see Asta walking along the parapet? Or didn't you? Martin's breath was still and he turned his eyes from hers. Thoughts of his demon lover were still fresh in his mind. Asta's breath, Asta's taste, Asta's touch. Ah, her touch. Whether his heart has been courted or commanded, it matters not. He felt for Asta, enough that he could never betray her. I hear Winter turn over again. Spare me. He's about to sleep with Eleanor, though, despite all this crap about Asta. You don't want to know how that plays out? No! She coughs. No, please stop. Jekyll, why are you reading that tripe? You read inward fantasy fiction, and you belittle my taste? Oh, that was her. I like reading inward fantasy because it's fun, so humph. These books are fun too, but fun because they're terrible. You see, Winter, I enjoy these works because I can appreciate their silliness. I don't think they're actually good. Then you think they're awful and revel in that? Yep. Authors from our world are very good at what they do, naturally, so it's nice to read some trashy nonsense for a change. You're making fun of other worlds. Yeah, who cares? No, I don't. That's right. I might be handling this with the sensitivity of a jackhammer. That's not, I mean, what am I supposed to say? Not that I mean to imply, Waverly, it's fine. I don't mean to sound like it bothers me. Sorry. yeah. Damn it. Winter. Maybe, I don't know who this is. Winter Harrison's place. Oh, come on, you're kidding. We'll pick this up in a bit. I rise from my seat. Coming! I walk over to the door, hoping this will be over quickly so I can return and clear the yard. Opening it, I'm taken aback to find a teacher and my first mentor, Henry Penn and Walter L. Why are they together? Come to think of it, they have always worn their clothes alike. They're always looking perfect, like perfect fashionable gentlemen. Are you quite all right, Waverly? Oh. Yes, hello, sirs. Can I help you? Waverly, how nice. Oh. Well, if they're alike, I'll just give them the same voice, and I want to use the same one, because I enjoyed that voice. Well, yes, Waverly, hello, how it's so nice to see you again. Have you been well? I hope you have. I raise my shoulders a little because I'm not trying to answer. Oh, Walter, the student was your protege. Walter nods happily. Was her first, I believe, and I'm sure it was an honor. An honor, eh? I cover my mouth, having spoken what I was thinking. I really am a mess today. Oh, kids. She's a regular miniature me. Oh, I hope not. I see, and how rude of me, and my apologies, Mr. Sorry. I did not agree to you. Gives a halfway bow. Greetings, how are you today? Decent. I did blink once and hurry out on honorific. Sir. Well, that's good to hear. Can I help you with something? My roommate is sick and I was taking care of her, so please cut me loose, lady. Oh, of course. I'm going to give this to Mr. Harrison later. I still expect a meeting with me sometime. I take the envelope that he offers, not bothering to look over it. I went to Harrison today. That poor girl went to the end of a world. Correct. It's where she witnessed Cyrus mediating. Walter. It sounds like he was 200% Cyrus yesterday. Out and out stupid. Walter's smiler's toothy and looks me in the eye, which is weird but Walter behavior. It's hard for him not to laugh at his flippant, foolish actions. I don't because I'm like him. I'm solemn about these matters. But Cyrus, he truly has exceeded the limits of being an ass. He's such a large ass that he puts on Centralanders to shame. And what's this? Walt and Henry look to the right at my attention. I peek past the door for him to see what's drawn their attention. Well, speak of the devil and doth he appear, Mr. Cyrus Addington. Walter speaks and he's presenting like a circus act, complete with showy hands, motion and everything. He's right there, Cyrus, looking a little paler than normal. Liberens, I see that you're attached to the pen's hip. That's a nice joke, Cyrus. You've always been good at jokes. Though I suppose it's not a surprise, seeing as you're a pretty grand joke all of your own. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see Walter sneering. I haven't had the opportunity to ask, are you properly ashamed of yourself, or am I to take your overbearing silence recently to be your standard brooding and angst? I'm not here to mince words with you, Walter. Mr. Penn, are you finished here? If so, I may ask you to leave while I talk to my protege. Henry, who hadn't bothered to say anything between these two, speaks up. Yes, as a matter of fact, my business is done. I should let you know, though, Cyrus, that your protege is still infirm. He nods politely at me, indicating to Cyrus my presence. I might have given him the same voice as Cyrus. I don't realize. We were insisting speaking to the young Mrs. Ari. She will do. Eh? In that case, Waverly, we will be departing now. And he pulls his hands out on my shoulder and bends a whisper in my ear. You know where to find me if you need me, I hope. I understand if recent events have been difficult for you to comprehend. I nod, giving my shoulder a rub, as he lets go of me and stands up straight. Alright, Walter, quit sticking your tongue out at him. You're being childish. Come on now, we're leaving. Right. Goodbye, Waverly. Yes, goodbye, Waverly. That was the wrong voice. Whatever. Henry and Walter walk towards Cyrus, and while the elder mediator comes past him, the younger stops at Cyrus' side. I strain my ears to listen. Walter, I really am fucking disappointed in you. I don't know what you were thinking, but you need to take this job seriously. You asked to be a mentor. Now start acting like one. You're not working alone anymore. After this, Cyrus answers, but I can't hear what he says. Walter grabs him by the shoulder and snarls, whispering something else. Cyrus refuses looking at him, and Walter scoffs, shoving Cyrus out of the way, catching up with Henry. Leaving Cyrus to just stand there with his head down. Man, they're so weird. Walter's so weird. After a few moments of nothing. Am I on the second episode yet? After a few moments of nothing, he walks over to the door, his gaze still fixed to the ground. Hello, Waverly. Hey. You awkward, creepy bastard. I'm not... he finally looks me in the eye. I'm not entirely sure what to say. Well, you and me both. I just know I haven't properly apologized. Now that this is properly apologizing, have a student relay the message for me. It's immature, but I imagine I can't talk to Winter herself right now. I say nothing because there's nothing polite to say. I want you to tell Winter that I'm sorry, and I want you to tell her that absolutely nothing that happened was her fault. I suppose that's all I want to say, that I can pass through you. Blame is wholly mine, and I wanted to know that. She did nothing wrong. I can see that he wants to explain himself more, but it's hurting him to try. I'd better speak up. I'll tell her, sir. Can I at least ask you something, sir? I heard you killed a leader, and something bad happened because of that. Wasn't that a dumb idea? Did you think that would happen? Charles doesn't answer for long enough that I think he's not going to answer. But he speaks up before I can say never mind. Listen. This is something difficult for students like yourself to understand, but I knew full well what would happen. What? Listen. Why on earth should I? It's something that you will eventually must understand. The situation was a quagmire. Many of the options available to us very likely made things turn out worse than rather being better. You have to believe me in that case. The best course of action to promote order was to allow something bad to happen. I'll have to hear what Winter says later because that sounds like nonsense. The larger issue was that I underestimated the consequences. To put it bluntly, I did not properly research. I was overconfident. Sul, that is the system that we had visited, was a very chaotic world, although inconsistently. Scientific discovery happened both quickly and suddenly there. Large leaps in technological prowess were still spurred by random discovery. It was a very unusual system, and I knew that. But I didn't give it proper consideration. Had I experienced some losses from my actions? I had experienced some losses from my actions, but certainly not the loss of the entire world. In short, I misjudge and rush things. You know how I rush things. Don't smile, you fiend. You can't just tell me you allowed the world to die and you expect me to smile back. Yeah, I know you're calling them those rumors about yourself being a grimly logical, murder-happy bastard, but it's not really a funny thing knowing that's true, and what that entails. Well, unless you have more questions. What did Walter mean when you asked to be a mentor? What am I doing? Waverly, you get? Where did you get off talking like a pal with a superior? Asking such personal questions? You weren't even supposed to hear that. Heavens, are ye a buffoon? Far more than he knew when he said he did. However, I don't think that's a matter to discuss with you kids. I'm sorry. No, it's fine. Is that all? Yeah. Then thank you for listening to me, Waverly. Again, I'm sorry to put this responsibility on you, but I would really appreciate it if you could do this for me. I will, don't worry. He chuckles. You've certainly opened up a lot more, Waverly. This doesn't make it seem like I made a fine decision to become a mentor. I get to watch you guys grow up. I may have forgotten what it means to grow up. By the way, you shouldn't eavesdrop. Considering it, I said a smile. Don't talk about public matters in public. Don't talk about private matters in public, then, sir. I'll try not to. Then I'll be leaving, Waverly. Peace to you. Aye, and to you. He nods at me and walks away. I shut the door. I'm not sure what my opinion of Cyrus is now. Maybe it's worse. I shouldn't think it's any better. But, well, I guess this isn't something I can work out right now. Yo, Winter. What? You're very popular today. There's a little 3 visitors come for you. It was technically 4. Whatever. What can I say? I'm very charming. Well, Mrs. Charming, I have a letter for you. I'll walk over to her bedside and hand over the thing. Before I do, though, I decided I should have a look at what the envelope says. For whenever it's too much to bear, read this. Henry Penn. Huh? Well, here you are. I'll sit next to her pillow where she reads it sideways. For Mr. Penn, Yep, and also, I'm sorry about talking kind of dismissively about worlds. I told you that I didn't really mind. But I'm still sorry. I shouldn't have been talking that way anyway. You really don't need to apologize, Waverly. Cyrus is also sorry. Winter falls silent. Hey, come on, just listen to what he had to say. I am listening. He's sorry and he wants to know it's not your fault, it's his. He doesn't want you to blame yourself. He knows he fucked up, Winter. Even if he's a jerk, you should forgive him for yourself. Oh, that was her. It's not that simple, Waverly. You didn't hear him yesterday. He most certainly does not feel bad about what he did. He just feels bad about letting me see it. I mean, even if I wasn't concerned with his motives, he still treated me awfully and made me watch him kill a person. Furthermore, even if he had succeeded, millions still would have died. Pardon my language, but screw Cyrus Addington. The dark feeling grows in my belly. I push it down. Nothing good comes from harboring bad will. I can't pretend to know what that's like, Winter. But I know it's just feeling shit about things isn't going to help you. I swallow. And I hate to say it, but you're probably going to see a lot more people killing in this line of work. People killing people. We also both know that we may end up killing a few or several ourselves, but nobody wants to acknowledge that. I let out a sigh. This is depressing talk. Best if we move on. Well, whatever. Whatever then, whatever. I think we have to delay this eating long enough. Any longer than you am missing your debriefing. Oh shoot, you're right, that's today. Completely forgot about it. Yeah, so come on. I reach down and she lifts herself up to receive me. She holds into my arms with a trembling lack of strength. Alright, that's it. I use her bed as carefully as I can, and she's on her feet soon. Able to stand, alright. Able to stand, not quite alright. God damn, I keep on fucking with the voices. Well, let's click from us. You swing a little. Don't try to do this on your own, then, Winter. You've got my shoulder right here. Yes, thank you. She pressed all of her negligible weight on me, and I stand firm. We walk to the door, prepared to leave. Prepared to go on, I should think. Oh, wait, we did it. Sweet. Okay. You may save your profile, saving profile for each note. Remember your choices. Be sure to give your profile multiple description names so you can add them later. Multiple profiles. In this profile, everyone dies. It's my fault. Self. All right, everyone dies. Self blame. I feel like that might come back later. But I don't know. Can I space it? No. Fuck. All right, sweet. Save profile. So thank you guys for watching this episode. Or not just the whole entire first. Yeah, no. Thank you for watching the. All right, let's redo this ending, and try and get it right this time. Thank you everyone for joining me on this journey through dysfunctional systems. I will be playing future episodes when they come out. I really enjoyed this. I've been Camp Sauce 505, and until next time, don't set off nukes, don't kill world leaders, and stay safe.